love me, yeah. The streets ain't never loved me, yeah.
Streets ain't never loved me since my brother died. My mother cried, tears in my eyes bleed red. Ain't no love inside. Streets left me dolly, my phone they left it holy. Dawn was in that passenger side when they tried to phone me.
Yeah, you know the streets ain't never love us.
Yeah. GD. I've been shot, I was left with a zipper on my stomach, nigga. You know these streets ain't never loved me.
I've been stabbed, I've been left with a zipper on my stomach, nigga. You know the streets ain't never loved me.
I've been locked, I got charged for some shit I didn't do, nigga. You know these streets ain't never loved me.
Caught a case, went upstate, fuck the Jakes, nigga. Yeah, you know these streets ain't never loved me.
Laying up in the hospital bed in ICU. Hit that button like every 3 hours to get those blues, yeah. Laying in the test of pain, I know shit won't be the same. Sipping my stomach, shit don't stop a thing, I'm still a man, yeah. But who gon' be there when you doing time? Can't get no money, so they dropping down, these niggas bitter. And I hope they get the picture, I'm only getting bigger. The top cat out my litter, yeah. Tell you they love you, but they hate you on the low. They hold you back, how they expect for you to grow. I got locked up, ain't said me nothing, but I'm your nigga. My body numb, I got no feelings for you niggas. I'm from what niggas will shoot you right here in these hallways. If you got trust in that loyalty goes a long way. These size 11s, these pussies can't walk a mile in. They hit my cousin with life and he's still smiling. I've been shot, I was left with a zipper on my stomach, nigga. You know these streets ain't never loved me.
I've been stabbed, I've been left with a zipper on my stomach, nigga. You know the streets ain't never loved me.
I've been locked, I got charged for some shit I didn't do, nigga. You know these streets ain't never loved me.
Caught a case, went upstate, fuck the Jakes, nigga. Yeah, you know these streets ain't never loved me. Streets ain't never loved me since my brother died. My mother cried, tears in my eyes bleed red. Ain't no love inside. Streets left me dolly, my foreign they left it holy. Dawn was in that passenger seat when they tried to fold me. Remind me of my gun, that was real shit, this real spit. Rocks I was selling was smacking them, call it Will Smith. I ain't never told and never folded under pressure. Yeah, the Neek was in that ambulance with me, he was on that stretcher. Niggas tried to take my life, I couldn't tell you who. Many men might not make it, I'm here to tell the truth. Me and Job, that's my brother, you know we moving tight. Brown boys fuck with the family and I'ma get them that. This my testimony, solid, all the rest is phony. Merrick niggas come at the fam and send your best opponent. I was stabbed, I was left with a zipper on my stomach, nigga. I know the streets ain't never loved me. He was shot, he was left with a zipper on his stomach, nigga. You know the streets ain't never loved us. Gang.
Fair YouTube usage, y'all. Time to rock with the grown folks, y'all. Let's go.
You abandoned me. Love don't live here anymore.
Smack that like button, y'all.
Just a vacancy. Love don't live here anymore. When you lived inside of me, there was nothing I could conceive that you wouldn't do for me. Trouble seems so far away. You changed it right away, baby. You abandoned me. Love don't live here anymore. Just a vacancy. Love don't live here anymore.
That's how I feel about the streets, y'all. Love don't live here no more with them streets. They can have it. They can have it. If you agree, smack that like button and share this live. Grown folks music, y'all.
Love don't live here anymore.
Facts.
Just emptiness and memories of what we had before. You went away, found another place to stay, another home. You abandoned me.
So,
love don't live here
Open-minded, I see you, beloved.
Just a vacancy.
Keisha, I see you, girl.
Love don't live anymore.
Grown folks music, y'all. Fair YouTube usage. Break it down, girl.
Through the windows of my eyes, everyone can see
What she said?
the loneliness inside me.
So,
Cause you have to go away. Don't you know I miss you so and need your love? You've abandoned me. Love don't live here anymore.
another day alive, another day free. Why would I wake up trying to be somebody other than me? Knowledge, wisdom, understanding. Man, woman, and children. Sun, moon, and stars. Everything that exists has to coexist within. Like I said, another day alive, another day free. Why would I wake up trying to be somebody other than me? Great people, great people, great people. Top of the top, top of the top. I'm glad y'all alive. If y'all can hear me crystal clear, do me a favor and put the dice cubes down. Shout out to my man Liddy. He is in the building. I snatched this. This is the avatar he made for me. If y'all did not see part 2, I'm going to tell you some shit. If y'all did not see part 2 of When the Moon Hits Your Eyes Like a Big Pizza Pie, that's Novello. I'm telling y'all right now, this nigga Liddy's a goddamn graphic genius. Keisha, I appreciate you for letting me know y'all can hear me crystal clear. We got Liddy up in the building at Fix Your Face Radio. Everybody that got their links, drop your motherfucking links, man. We got Big Tuan up in the building. We got Big Aunt Mount Vernon up in the building. City Bama is here. A1 Day One's in the building. My brother from another mother, FTC Vice. My baby Keisha's in the building. Y'all call her Lady K, I call her Keisha. I better not hear none of y'all calling her Keisha. I will fucking give y'all niggas a 24-hour timeout. Open-minded, I see you in the building. Always a pleasure when I see you pop up, beloved. 7, I see you, girl. Old school Brooklyn. The old school Brooklyn is in the building. Kevin Jones is in the building. Y'all are here. I see y'all pulled up this morning. I see y'all pulled up this morning. I see y'all pulled up on it this morning. I just wanted to know. This avatar right here, I must have to give his props to my man Liddy. I took this avatar from the nigga Liddy. I'm rocking with this from now on. I am rocking with this avatar from now on. You know what I'm saying? He got me with my goatee. L-Plug, I see you in the building. He got me with my glasses on, and he shows the intellectual side of Big Dice. He got the goon side too, but he put the intellectual side. You did? So I can't get mad at him for that. Got some things I want to go over today. You understand what I'm saying to you? I got some things I want to go over today. I want to talk about some of the things that get us in trouble, especially y'all, when y'all start running your motherfucking mouth when you ain't supposed to. I did a show about this before, about being careful about the things you say to the people that care about you in your family, about the ones that you are in love with. Facts. I first want to talk to y'all about this. Be careful about talking to people. You dig what I'm saying? Especially when you're upset with your significant other. especially when you're talking to your family members and your friends, because you got to finally understand this. We have to understand this. Some family members and friends are like the cousin from Soul Food that they sent to the bar. You know the cousin from Soul Food. They sent him to fuck with Bokeem in my Kai or whatever. They was like, yo, man, I'm getting a Hennessy and a Heineken, and my mans want the same thing, and this nigga's paying for it because, you know, when they thought that Mekhi Phifer had put his hands on his woman, they called that motherfucking cousin. That goon-ass cousin. That goon-ass cousin ain't give a fuck about whether she beat him up, whether she cheated on him, whether she spitted on him, anything like that. All he know is they called him and said they got a motherfucking problem. She said, so handsome, appreciate you, girl. Big Seven said, looking good, Dice. I'm trying and y'all ain't lying. I am trying and y'all ain't lying. That goes together. Sawana said yes, because they gonna hold it over their head. Now check this out. It was a situation that went down over the weekend. Over the weekend. A man that no longer was with his child's mother was going to see his motherfucking child at a family event that his child's mother was throwing. Now, y'all already know what it is. That's just like us. You dig what I'm saying? If it's a chick on our block that we grew up with, she came home crying. What happened to you? My baby father beat me up. Nigga slapped me up or whatever. When you tell certain friends this and family members and brothers this, the minute they see this nigga, they gonna put their hands and feet on him because they want to know, quote unquote, why did you put your hands on one of our loved ones? Whether it's our sisters, our homegirls, our pity pat partners, I don't give a fuck. If she in my neighborhood, you ain't got the right to put your hands on her. Dog Soldier, I see you in the building. My man Open Minded said, I don't tell people my personal life. I put it in my journal. That's gangster. Because ladies, I'm gonna tell you some shit. And fellas, I'm gonna tell you some shit because this shit goes both ways. Because we got female cousins too that love us. We got sisters that care about us. We got aunts that care about us. You know, we got that thug aunt that'll be like, oh, that's the bitch that disrespected my nephew. Hold my drink. Hold my drink. Let me go check this bitch for playing with my motherfucking blood. And we got homegirls that, you know, shout out to my DCEP homies. I got homegirls that I'd be like, get them. They ain't gonna ask me no fucking questions. They gonna bust their ass. It ain't nothing to talk about. I could have been lying on a chick. I got some homegirls that I'd be like, yo, check this out. She violated me. They gonna bust your ass. Just like if they come to me on some, yo, Dice, check this out. That nigga violated me. I'm gonna bust his ass. It ain't nothing to talk about. That's just how we was raised. I'm talking about when we was younger. I'm not talking about now because I hope it don't come to that now. You dig what I'm saying? I hope it don't come to that now. You understand? But we forget that when we in love with somebody, the same people that get on our motherfucking nerves that make us angry when we're not eye to eye. The first thing some people do is get on the phone and call their mother. Some people get on the phone, call their father. Some people get on the phone, call their brother. Some people get on the phone, call their sister. Some of y'all get on the phone and call your ex. Some of y'all get on that phone and start talking to your ex. But what a lot of people didn't think about back in the days is, especially in my neighborhood, once you say we break up, we broke up. That shit could mean we broke up forever. That shit could mean we broke up for 2 hours. That shit could mean we broke up for a day. That shit could mean we broke up for a couple of weeks. Shit, that shit could mean we broke up for a couple of months. But you know, y'all asses is getting back together. You're getting back together. You're getting back together. Oh, he put his hands on me. Why he put his hands on me? Because I caught him cheating and I tried to slap him. See, logicness goes out of people's minds when it's their family members that they feel as though it's been disrespected. They don't give a fuck that you may have spit in a man's face and he was supposed to bust your ass. They don't give a fuck that you may have tried to hurt a man. You may have slapped a man. He might have had to refrain you. Y'all don't tell that whole side of the story. We always tell the side of the story of us being attacked or abused. Us being attacked or abused. We don't say what started the whole confrontation. Oh, I was going through his phone and I seen a girl's number. I was going through his phone and a girl texted him. Oh, I was going through a phone and she had some nigga hit her phone up. Man, fuck that. Some nigga called her goddamn phone when she was in the shower. Fuck his niggas doing call. You know, the whole bullshit that ignites arguments, especially between couples that are jealous. Some of us are jealous like a motherfucker. We don't give a fuck if the nigga's an Uber driver. Fuck you got your number for? Because I had to give the Uber driver people the number. Bitch, you fucking them? Are you fucking them? Just like you could be going out with your lady or something like that, and then the waitress, because she wants some extra motherfucking money, she may be more focused on talking to the man because she think that's where the bread is coming from. Ghostface bullies. She think that's where the bread is coming from. She may smile a little more. Oh, hello, how you doing? And then your chick be like, yo, you know that bitch? Ladies, y'all ever did that? Do you know this bitch? Why this bitch is smiling up in your fucking face? Because she's trying to get a tip, dummy. She's trying to get a goddamn extra tip. But in your mind, you like this. You're fucking that bitch, ain't you? Why we came to this restaurant all of a sudden? Bitch, you the one said you wanted to try this goddamn restaurant. I ain't know one of your fucking fans was going to be here. You know how y'all women get your fans. You know them fans. Same thing with a goddamn nigga. Lady, do not go to the goddamn grocery store with your man if you've been going to that grocery store without your man and people in that grocery store know you. Because the first time that clerk go, hey, how you doing? And they gonna go, you fucking that nigga? Why is he speaking to you out of all the motherfuckers in the store? He just gonna walk up on you and say, hello. Don't let the nigga know your motherfucking name. Hey, Shirley. How the fuck this nigga know your name, bitch? How you know this nigga know your guy? How the fuck he know your name? Tawana said, God damn it, you preaching already. I'm guilty. Open-minded said, break up the makeup. That's all we do. First you love me, then you hate me. And that's a game for fools. Talk about it, man. Tawana said, I'm guilty. Dice, I be doing shit like that. Why do that? Why that bitch gave you change? Because I only got $15 worth of gas. And I gave her a $20 bill. Why she gave you $5 back? You fucking her? And I'm telling you niggas now, do not go to the motherfucking meat market with your motherfucking woman if you ain't been going to the meat market with that fucking woman. See, fellas, if you want to stop arguments, this is shit you got to do. If she says she going to a new meat market, you better go with her. Because you think about it, it's a nigga in the meat market cutting meat, trying to pack meat. You know, the niggas in the meat market, they be like, well, I'm going to give you an extra $2 worth of steak. But if that nigga see you coming in there with a big ass nigga like me, or your motherfucking man with a goddamn look in his face like he'll walk up in here in some bunny slippers and shoot this shit up, if he think his woman is fucking somebody in here, that nigga ain't gonna be too over friendly. Because them niggas at them butcher shops be like, hey baby, I got that great meat for you today. I'm lying, y'all. My mother used to go to the goddamn meat market on Schenectady and Lincoln. My mother used to go to the meat market on Myrtle Avenue. My pop stopped letting her go to that goddamn meat market by herself because it wasn't working with me. Niggas ain't give a fuck about me. They was trying to holler at my mother. My mother was beautiful, so they was like, fuck that little nigga. It didn't work with me. And then I see you in the building. When my pop start going up in that motherfucker with us, the same niggas they used to be smiling and getting them big pieces of chicken and big pieces of steak, them niggas act like they ain't even know my moms. Because it was them niggas were Spanish on Schenectady and Lincoln. They were Spanish, but when my mother came in there, them niggas start talking English. Hey, Sharon, how are you doing, Sharon? You say you want turkey legs, turkey necks? You don't want no big turkey wings? You want no hair on it, Sharon? You know I love you, baby. I put an extra turkey wing in there for you. My pop start walking up in that shit. Them niggas start acting like the scale works completely. Like before, remember, they didn't even use no scale. Oh, you like this, Sharon? You like this? Or you like this one? I give you this one, too. I give you this. You didn't even put it on the scale. Don't worry about it, baby. Don't worry about it. But then when my pops came up in that motherfucker, them niggas is Telemundo. Ese me se le que te monse la calle. Ese me la Whitney Houston. Ele me se este pa turkey leg or Telemundo. These motherfuckers don't even know goddamn English. These is facts. These is facts. And a lot of you women, especially you pretty ugly motherfuckers, the reason why I said you pretty ugly motherfuckers, because y'all know y'all be beautiful, but your motherfucking demon inside is ugly. That demon that you got inside is ugly. Ghost Town, I appreciate that, beloved. That demon, OG Bobby, walaikum salam, beloved, I see you in the building, Big Jersey. See, women, y'all are beautiful, but that goddamn demon you got inside of you is the ugly, stinking bitch. An ugly, filthy, stinking bitch. Yeah, I'm talking about the ugly, stinking bitch. I'm not talking about y'all ladies. I'm talking about that evil motherfucker that's inside of you. That's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about when you find out he ain't want to go to the movies, and in your mind is, why you don't want to go to the movies? You scared you gonna see some bitch? Or my niggas, when you be like, yo, why you don't want to go out tonight? What you mean you don't want no sex? What you mean your stomach hurting? Who you fucking? Ladies, don't tell your man your stomach is hurting. Because we gonna think another nigga cock been up in your stomach. What you mean your stomach hurting? I'm just being real with y'all, man. These niggas be getting up here telling y'all what they want y'all to hear. I'm gonna tell you the goddamn truth. Don't you tell your man you got a stomach hurt. If you ain't having your menstruation, you better not have a goddamn stomach ache around me. I wouldn't give a fuck if you had food poisoning. You better not tell me. Tawana said, well, damn, you're going to hear the truth. You're going to hear the goddamn truth. You better not have no goddamn stomach ache around no goddamn goon. There's still some crazy niggas that want to smell your drawers when you come home. You ladies that sitting there acting stupid, y'all be doing that dumb shit too. Let me smell your dick. Let you smell my dick? What the fuck is you talking about? Nigga, it's 11:30. It's 1 o'clock at night. I don't believe y'all was shooting pool. Your dick better smell musky. You better have one. You better be musky down there, nigga. If your dick smell like anything of lotion, any type of goddamn soap, your dick better not smell like pure water. Because we gonna think you fucking. Miss Annette said, no, Dice. That's the man if he's insecure. Like we are grown around here. You got to understand that. It's a bunch of niggas that's grown. It's a bunch of niggas that's grown. But they ain't mature. They ain't mature, Miss Annette. And the sad part about it, including myself, we have insecurities. God damn it, you heard me say it. Fuck, do you want me to lie? We don't have no insecurities. That's a goddamn lie. You see what Artie said? Artie said, God damn it, Tizzle, hurry up and get your ass home from work. Artie said, I love my baby and all that, but I don't like when she be taking too long. It makes my mind go crazy. That's what we go through because we ignorant. We ignorant. There ain't be nothing but guilt. There don't be nothing but motherfucking guilt. Some women do that too, Miss Annette. Let me tell you something. It's some real insecure people in the world, male and female. Male and female. After this motherfucking LMA, we going to get into this story, and I'm going to talk to y'all while we shouldn't be talking to everybody about what's going on with us. Fair 2-year tube usage. Let's get in the LMA. Don't fuck me up, man. Let's go.
Like a glimpse from the past, you conceal the dark in a frame. You're the poster up on the wall. In my dreams, you the prince, and I'm at the bar. Fairy tales I'm not used to. Oh, you got me questioning what have you done to me? Used to be out of reach.
Hit that like button.
Feel like you're testing me. You're the necessity. Full court press on me. Don't fuck me up, don't let me down. You know I wanna be around. You tugging warm with my heart. Didn't think it'd ever be so hard. Crazy, I'm letting down my guard. Don't fuck me up, don't let me down. Cause if it's love, I wanna drown. I need to hear it from your mouth. Can't wait no longer, tell me now. Don't fuck me up, don't let me down. Such a risk, but I'm willing to take a chance. What you sink when my heart's in the sand. Gotta learn how to let someone in the hole.
It's your like button,
Take
y'all.
time, gotta trust who I let control.
Big bro, big bro.
Got me questioning what have you done to me. Used to be out of reach. Feel like you're testing me, you're the necessity. Full court press on me. Don't fuck me up, don't let me down. You know I wanna be around.
Smack that like button, man.
Tugging warm with my heart, didn't think it'd ever be so hard. Crazy, I'm letting down my guard. Don't fuck me up, don't let me down.
Bravo.
Cause if it's love, I wanna drown. I need to hear it from your mouth. Can't wait no longer, tell me now. Don't fuck me up, don't let me down. If you really care for me, just make sure you're there for me.
Hit that like button,
Feel
y'all.
I'm falling in too deep. That's okay, just rescue me. Let me know what you want from me.
Big two.
Open up, let me in and see, boy.
Big
I
two.
know where I wanna be. Just wanna know what your loving means. Oh, don't hook me up, don't let me go. Yeah, you know I wanna be around. You tugging warm with my heart, didn't think you'd ever be so hard. Baby, I'm letting down my guard. Don't fuck me up, don't let me down. Don't fuck me up, don't let me down. This love, I wanna drown. I need to hear it from your mouth. Can't wait no longer, tell me now. Don't fuck me up, don't let me down. Don't let me down, don't let me down.
Another day alive, another day free. Why would I wake up trying to be somebody other than me? It's knowledge, wisdom, understanding. Man, woman, and children. Sun, moon, and stars. Everything exists, has to coexist within. Like I said, another day alive, another day free. Why would I wake up trying to be somebody other than me? Shout it out to everybody in the building. Shout out to my man Gav over there with Legal Guap. Let me get into my sponsors right quick because my sponsors been hitting me up talking about I've been playing myself. So you know what? Forgive me for that. You dig what I'm saying? Shout out to my man Dav over there, Legal Guap. You dig what I'm saying? I'm rocking this shit right now. If you on Instagram, go to Legal Guap at Instagram. Ron Do Red Do at Facebook or 03 Pulp at Instagram. He has his own clothing line. It's my man Dav right there from East Oakland. You understand what I'm saying to you? Just some of the hats and things they got going on for the summer. This for the ladies. You dig what I'm saying? He got some real hot items going on. He got sweatsuits for the women. You already seen the sweatsuits for the men. He got sweatsuits for the young princes. Got them for the young queens. He's popping. Like, he's really popping. If you go to his website and check my man out and you give him the name Big Dice, I promise you he will put a little something off on your orders. They coming straight to you. Big Dice stamp that. You heard me? Whatever colors you want to put together, whatever you want to do. Legal Guap. Legal money. Pay attention to what he said. Legal Guap. Pay attention to him. You dig what I'm saying? And shout out to my man, First Messiah at Instagram. This is his clothing right here called Saki International. The God Lord. He's on Instagram at the number 1 STMESSIAH. Straight up fire clothing line. He did my jacket for me. He customized clothes. He customized pants, boots. He just did the whole boot line for Jules Santana for his marijuana weed line called I Can't Feel My Face. He just did the leather coats. He just did the boots and everything for him. This is the front of the jacket he did for me. This dude is really a genius. You understand what I'm saying to you? And this is the back of the jacket because I said God was born in Brooklyn. That's another conversation that a lot of people don't want to hear about, but it's the truth because it only means God just changed my life. And I'm from Brooklyn, New York. You dig what I'm saying? So if y'all got some time, make sure y'all get over there and holler at my people. I'm about to show you what went down over the weekend, man. And then we're going to get into this conversation. Sometimes we got to learn to shut the fuck up. It's just simple and plain. Men and women. We got to learn to shut the fuck up. Let's get into this work.
A bystander's intervention might have put an end to a deadly shooting July 4th at a Fort Worth car wash before it could get even worse. Court documents for the arrest of 27-year-old Kennard Murphy outline how the shooting started and how it came to an end. 3 people were killed, 2 young girls, as well as 42-year-old Terrell Wynn. Fox 4's Amelia Jones spoke with Wynn's family, joins us with new details on the investigation. Amelia.
Blake, those 3 victims were not involved in the initial fight. As you mentioned, those victims include 2 young girls and 42-year-old Terrell Wynn. I spoke to his sister today, who told me that the family is still in shock about what happened. Fort Worth police say this car wash off West Cleburne Road in Fort Worth is where a large 4th of July gathering ended in gunfire. According to court documents, 27-year-old Kennard Murphy went to this gathering to see his 11-month-old daughter.
Pay attention, y'all. Let's go with this. Let's get into this right quick. 27-year-old child, a kid. 27 years old. I don't care what nobody say. At 25, when I had my son, I was not responsible. I started getting responsible at 29 when I lost my mother. It sparked something with me having my son, but as far as responsibility, nah, that didn't went out the window. Taking more risks and doing more things to make sure my son was going to be right, that's what I did. Was that right? In my eyes at the time, yes. Now that I think about it, no. I started hustling more once I had my son. He was not going to be fucked up for no reasons, not while I'm alive. Man, it's 27 years old. He went to a 4th of July event, so obviously him and the baby mother's not together. His baby is 11 months old. Unfortunately, him and the baby mother has been through situations pertaining to domestic violence. See, the shit that get me upset is, and I'm not trying to be funny right now. Do I co-sign a man hitting a woman? No. Do I co-sign a woman hitting a man? Because that happens. I got cousins down here that's punching their baby fathers in the face. I'm talking about punching them in the face. I don't think nobody should be fighting, but we got to understand something. Couples fucking fight. Some people do not have the self-control to not put their hands on each other. So if you're one of them people like myself, applaud yourself. But then we got to think about it. Some people ain't got that motherfucking self-control. We all knew somebody in our neighborhood that every fucking week they was fighting. Every month the police was at their crib. See, y'all fail to realize anger builds up, tension builds up, and one usually explodes. See, there was no such thing as a man going to jail for domestic violence until that law was created and revised after the O.J. Simpson situation with Nicole. You know how many niggas got into fights with their baby mothers or their wives in my motherfucking hood? Police took them to the precinct, held them for about 3 or 4 hours, gave them a disappearance ticket, told them go home because they said they had to give them a time to calm down. Now check this out. Some people just express themselves differently. But see, now pay attention. The 4th of July, he wants to be with his daughter. So he goes to an event with his baby moms, with her family members, knowing that they're not together and knowing that they have a history of domestic violence. So that young woman, because family members are nosy, let's get this straight. Yeah, some women just decide to go out and just call, but there's some women that don't want to talk about what's going on, and then there's that family member to be like, what's going on? Why you look like that? You're going to tell me what's going on. Why your face like that? What's going on? What's happening? And the first thing they say is, if they don't see your boyfriend or your girlfriend, what's going on with such and such? Why I ain't seen him? Why I ain't seen her? See, when we don't speak sometimes, we leave the space for people to create assumption in their minds about people like us that they care about. See, the first thing that runs through our minds is, my sister is scared. Or my brother don't want to talk about it because if he does, he gonna go to jail. Understand? China, salute. We all have family members. My uncle, let me tell you something. I used to watch him and my motherfucking aunt fight so motherfucking much, and then they smoke some weed. And then about maybe an hour later, I don't see near one of them because they're in the back fucking. And then when I try to go to the back to see if they're all right, they got the door locked. Get your ass away from that goddamn door, Damar. See, some people fail to realize the disrespect that we interpret sometimes is not disrespect, but we accept it as disrespect because of the egos that we have in our heart. You know why a lot of you women got slapped the shit out of? You want to be real? I'm going to be real with y'all right now. You know why a lot of women get slapped the shit out of? Because of things that they say out of their mouth, and they don't know that their man is a motherfucking gangster. So let me explain something to you from the mind of a gangster. If a nigga in the street that could kill niggas, and a nigga in the street that's a murderer, and a nigga in the street that's a robber, a nigga in the street that went to jail can respect me and won't disrespect me and won't say certain things to me because they know something is going to happen, how do you say that? See, my family beat my ass when I did wrong. I'm going to keep it funky with you. My mother bust my ass. My pops never put his hands on me until I tried to fight him one day, and he beat the shit out of me. My grandfather hit me one time, slapped me in the middle of my back because I sucked my teeth in my grandmother, pissed on myself for about 3 days. But when it came to my grandmother and my mother, see, they didn't understand that putting your hands on a boy ain't going to do a goddamn thing from a woman, except make us more angry and more rude because we're men. If you pay attention to Roots, when Roots came on back in the days, when LeVar Burton, before he was abducted from Africa, when he became a man after going out with the tribe leaders and his father, and he became a man, his mother spoke back to him one day. And if you pay attention to what he said it is disrespectful for a woman to talk back to a man. He said that to his mother, and his mother said, "Forgive me," and bowed her head. Forgive me, and bowed her head. Was she wrong for that? Was she right for that? See, if you understand what they was trying to teach their sons was, nothing is supposed to disrespect you because you are a king. You are a man. This is your dominion. But unfortunately, with the whole domestic violence thing now, there are a lot of women that were quiet for so long that they said they ain't going to be quiet no more. A lot of women, you ain't noticed, you could be dealing with a woman and she's never raised her voice to you. Then one day she'd be like, nigga, who the fuck you think you talking to? Like on some real shit. It's just like the situation with Tina Turner. You see how that man used to beat on her, but that one day in the back of that motherfucking limousine, she was like, yo, fuck that shit. I ain't just going to let you beat on me, nigga. We going to fight. But you notice Tina Turner's family also wanted her to get away from him. Just like, fellas, if you knew somebody was putting their hands on your sister, we don't care the reason. We want our sisters to get away from them. Just like a sister wants her sister to get away from a man that's beating on her. Just like her homegirl want her to get away from a man. See, because this is the part that fucks the whole game up. A fight and abuse is two different things, y'all. Oh, y'all don't want to hear the truth, but I'm going to talk to y'all. A fight and abuse is two different goddamn things. Me and you could be sitting in the goddamn house every day and nothing happened. And then one day I could do something to disrespect you, or one day you could do something to disrespect me, and either one of us don't understand what's going on, and we start fighting. Abuse is when a nigga just looks at you and be like, yo, what you looking at, and start beating on you. Yo, why you breathing, and start beating on you. That's just like some parents. Oh, I hate the fact that I'm not with your father. So they gonna beat on you. Or you act just like your father, so I'm going to beat on you. Abuse is when you just continuously are destroying somebody, whether it could be mentally or physically or verbally. See, them is 3 types of abuses that they took away from us in the hood. Like I said, when it comes to certain neighborhoods, it's because of respect. When it comes to our communities, it's called the hood because the neighborly part is not there. We grew up watching our mother saying, fuck you, nigga. We grew up watching our fathers going, bitch, who you talking to? We grew up saying this shit, so it became a normal. It became a normal. I bet a lot of people don't notice that it was the right of a man to beat his woman with a belt until like 1940 or something like that. I bet y'all don't even know that. It was absolutely legal for a man to take his belt off and beat his woman. Could he beat her with his hands? Nope. But if he did, they didn't give a fuck about it. But the law was you had to use a belt to refrain her because sometimes they say women can be disrespectful. I think that whole shit should have never even existed. I think, quote unquote, everybody needs to learn how to take a step back because this situation right here is sad. You know the nigga in his feelings. Don't nobody want nobody fucking their baby moms and that baby is 11 months old. Don't no woman want no fucking woman fucking her baby father and that baby is under a year old. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. That's why we say them stupid ass comments like, you better not have my baby around that nigga. Oh, you better not have my kid around that bitch. Harlem salute. You notice we got that. We noticed we done said that. Yeah, we said we ain't even really tell you the truth. A lot of us didn't even care about the fact that she might be dealing with a sexual child abuser or a murderer or a thief. Niggas ain't give a fuck about that. Niggas was worrying about you fucking her. That's all. Just like the women. Just like the women. You better not have my son around that bitch. First of all, ladies, and first of all, gentlemen, if you build a great relationship and a rapport with your child can be around everybody. They will never forget you. Because let me explain something to you. You might not remember what a person did to you, but you'll always remember how a person made you feel. These is facts. Annette said, Dice, what kind of women is you dealing with? Let me tell you something. Annette, I'm from Utica Avenue. And I'm not going to lie to you. I had to go through some real animals. See, you know the fucked up part of growing up in a great household with a straight up mother? I thought my mother was too boring. I didn't think she knew what she was talking about when it came to women. Oh, you just saying that shit because you married to that nigga and he don't let you go out. Shut the fuck up. That was my attitude. My mother could spot a duck from a mile away. Yeah, and I done went through some bullshit. My son's mother, holy smokes, Batman. When it comes to being a great mother, if I gave her a report card, like, you know, an A, B, C, or D, when it comes to being a mother, as far as providing for my child, A+. It's home, clothing and stuff like that, A+. As far as nurturing and raising him correctly, B-. She's still up there. But the reason why I give her a B- is because of the times when she played the game of keeping my son away from me because me and her were no longer together. The times when she played the game of keeping my son away from my mother because me and her were no longer together. See, she didn't wait when he was a baby, like when it was goo goo gag gag. Certain things that he wouldn't even remember. She waited till he could talk and he could say things like, yo, I want to go with my daddy. She waited till my son would go, I want to go stay with my sweetheart this weekend. Because my son called my mom's his sweetheart. See, because ladies, this is true facts. I don't know what it is when a woman tells a man that she don't want to be with him no more. That's it. the relationship is over. The shit is over. They don't give a fuck if you cry, holler, scream, go get 2 jobs, get out the street, start going to church, start shining shoot. They don't give a fuck. Once they say they're not fucking with you no more, it's over. And men, we have to deal with that. But this is the part I've never really understood about women. Maybe y'all can help me. When we say to y'all, we no longer want to be with you, it's a problem. I better not catch you with another bitch. And then I ain't gonna front. We from Brooklyn. I done came from some areas where if you leave one girl, her brother's gonna jump you. Or I'm the only one that lived in neighborhoods like that. Or I'm the only one that lived in a neighborhood that if her girl come home and tell her brothers, yo, what up with Dice? That nigga cut me off. He got a new girlfriend. Her brother's gonna want to fight me. It's just like back in the days if I had a bunch of sisters and I come in the crib, yo, what up with such and such? Oh, she disrespected me. My sister's gonna want to fight her because number one, brothers seen their daughters, their sisters upset, and sisters saw their brothers upset. You see that shit? He said it's cool when they do it, but it's a problem when we move on. Like my mother told me this story a long time ago. She said, check this out. When a woman leaves a man, she tell everybody. She said the bitch could be at the motherfucking store and somebody bump into her. Yo, what up with your man? You know I left that nigga. I don't fuck with that nigga. When a woman leaves a man, she gonna tell everybody. But when we leave y'all, y'all don't say a motherfucking word at first. If I'm lying, tell me I'm lying, ladies. See, when we leave y'all, your homegirls start saying, yo, where Dice at? Miss Annette, you got some sense. She said, oh, Dice, I've been around that too. I'm just saying I've never been the type to involve my family because you knew the outcome. You knew if you went home and told your family, your brothers, your father, somebody gonna get hurt. But then again, there's some people that didn't give a fuck about that. They ain't give a fuck about no shit like that. Let's get into this motherfucking story right quick, y'all. Because this shit right here is deep. Just pay attention. 27 years old.
Witnesses told police due to prior domestic violence issues between Murphy and the baby's mother, there are relatives in her family who don't like him. Just before midnight, one of those relatives got in a fight with Murphy. At first, it appeared the two men were going to get in a fist fight. Then Murphy pulled out a rifle and started shooting at the other man, who was unarmed.
Pay attention to this now. They said they invited him to the show, to the get-together, knowing there was going to be family members there that didn't like him. That's the lineup right there. They didn't even know that nigga had that AR on him. That nigga had that mini AR in his stomach. You know, they got that small AR now that's looking like a big-ass 9 or old school tech. That shit dead in his stomach. That shit dead in his stomach. Always a queen, the godmother. I see you, girl. Just like I said, ladies, when y'all cut a nigga off, y'all will be on Facebook. The nigga's dead. I'm free. Let's party, bitch. Going to the club, trying to find some dick tonight, ladies. Y'all will tell everybody. But when a nigga leave you, y'all wait till your friends start calling you. If I'm lying, y'all tell me right now, ladies, and I cut this motherfucking shit off. See, your homegirls will call you and be like, yo, what up with Dice? You be like, bitch, I've been thinking about getting away from this nigga. I told him don't even come over here this week. That's the first lie. Dice gone. But to make it look to your advantage when your homegirl or your sister or your cousin or your mom's call, I told that nigga we need to take some space. What y'all doing? We going out this night. I told him I'm going to start spending time with my girls. That's the problem with me. That's where I lost myself. I don't know if any of you ladies ever did this, but I done heard this dumb shit. That's where I lost myself. I stopped partying and hanging out with my homegirls because I tried to worry about us. That's where I lost myself. Now check this out. After the first week of going to the party with your homegirl, after the second week of going to the party with your homegirl, after the third week of going to the party with your homegirl, all that time your homegirls is asking about me. You like, well, I spoke to him. Lie number 2. Lie number 2, because I ain't fuck with you. I ain't called you since me. I spoke to him, but it seemed like our energy ain't up. I spoke to him, but our energy ain't up. After that motherfucking month, when they ain't seen that nigga around for a while, you got to come up with something real quick, man. I decided to cut that nigga the fuck off because I was tired of him. I'm looking for something better. He wasn't the one for me. That's a goddamn third lie because I was already gone. I was already gone. But let y'all cut somebody off. That shit will be on Instagram, Facebook. If you got a YouTube page, you'll be going live. I cut the nigga off, bitch. Let's get to this conversation right quick because this is sad right here. Let's start this over again, man.
3 people were killed. 27-year-old Kennard Murphy outlined how the shooting started and how it came to an end. 3 people were killed, 2 young girls, as well as 42-year-old Terrell Wynn. Fox 4's Amelia Jones spoke with Wynn's family, joins us with new details on the investigation. Amelia.
Blake, those 3 victims were not involved in the initial fight. As you mentioned, those victims include 2 young girls and 42-year-old Terrell Wynn. I spoke to his sister today, who told me that the family is still in shock about what happened. Fort Worth police say this car wash off West Cleburne Road in Fort Worth is where a large 4th of July gathering ended in gunfire. According to court documents, 27-year-old Kennard Murphy went to this gathering to see his 11-month-old daughter. Witnesses told police due to prior domestic violence issues between Murphy and the baby's mother, there are relatives in her family who don't like him. Just before midnight, one of those relatives got in a fight with Murphy. At first, it appeared the 2 men were going to get in a fist fight. Then Murphy pulled out a rifle and started shooting at the other man, who was unarmed. 3 people not involved in the fight were hit by gunfire.
Like, life is so unfair. It's so unfair. And it be the innocent people that get hurt.
Twyla Wynn's brother, 42-year-old Terrell Wynn, was one of the 3 people shot. He was hit in the leg.
Now, you see that right there, y'all? I'm not trying to be funny right now, but I'm being dead serious. When you see a slim dude that's messing with a thicker woman, like them double and them triple cheeseburgers, don't fuck with that woman. That nigga will kill you. I'm going to tell you, that nigga, if you see a slim dude with a chick like this, no disrespect to Tim to her, plus size curvy models to love too. Shout out to all the double cheeseburgers. When you see a slimmer dude that's messing with a woman this size, don't play with him. Don't play with him. Now, don't play with him. He can't be around her and his child. Don't do it. Don't do it. Something bad will happen. Let's go.
And it be the innocent people that get hurt.
Twyla Wynn's brother, 42-year-old Terrell Wynn, was one of the 3 people shot. He was hit in the leg and died from his injuries. Bullets also struck the back of a vehicle and hit 2 sisters in the back seat, 1-year-old Winter Thuston and 4-year-old Ivy Pierce. The children were taken to the hospital and later died.
Hey, them babies didn't deserve it. My brother didn't deserve it.
The documents go on to say an unknown person shot Murphy in the back, forcing him to drop the rifle. Then another person rushed over to grab it before Murphy could get to it and continue shooting.
I just hate he was caught in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Wynn couldn't confirm if her brother knew anyone at the large gathering. She believes he was there to use the car wash. Wynn says her brother moved to Texas from Louisiana about 5 years ago for a better life. He was going to celebrate his 43rd birthday in 2 weeks. His sister says that he also leaves behind a 21-year-old son.
He's going to always hold a special place in my heart.
When police spoke to Murphy, they said that he admitted to pointing the rifle at the relative of his baby's mother who he was fighting with, and he admitted to police, they say, that he tried to shoot him. Murphy is currently charged with capital murder of multiple persons. Fort Worth police say he's still in the hospital recovering from his injuries, so he hasn't been booked into jail yet. Blake, back to you.
They never love me.
Who wrong in that situation, y'all? Rest in peace to the guy that got killed. We heard the young lady said, rest in peace to my brother. Green Eyes, what up? He said he done. But who's wrong is who wrong? So if you throw a rock at me and I pull my gun out and shoot you, I'm wrong? If you throw a rock at me and I pull my gun out and get the banging and you running and I'm clapping at you and I make a mistake, hit somebody else in a fucking rage because I remember you initially threw a rock at me, I'm wrong? I say that's a fucked up situation because check this out. Him going to the 4th of July event, I always told you about the 4th of July, Halloween, New Year's Eve. I don't like them holidays. Him going to that event knowing that family members of hers don't like him, you know he had that joint on him. Let's say he went over there to start beef. Then he's wrong. He's dead wrong. If he got it in his mind where, you know what, I'm going to put my gun on me, my baby, their children over there is supposed to be a fireworks theatrical for children and family, and I'm going over there to just pull my gun, yeah, you deserve everything you get. You deserve everything you're getting. You see how they just said an undisclosed person shot him in his back. That shit don't sound right to me, y'all. First of all, they're going to charge him with them bodies, rest in peace. Them babies got killed. You see what Always the Queen said? I had to learn to do that. I don't go nowhere where I know people don't care for me. But is he wrong? They said initially they thought that they were going to start with a fist fight. Check this out. Everybody that was about to let them watch that fist fight, they should be charged too. Because why you didn't stop the fist fight? See, that's the sucker shit that I don't like. Niggas standing around wanting to see a fight. Ain't that some shit? Instead of saying, yo, y'all niggas ain't fighting. We got kids out here. What happened to them type of niggas? Like, yo, check this out. What happened to them niggas that pull their guns out on some, yo, check this out. Take that shit down the block before I start clapping at both y'all. Fuck is y'all niggas doing arguing right here? You see my kids out here, nieces and nephews, family members, and where them type of niggas went? But see, we got the niggas now that be like, yo, y'all niggas could go right there behind the wall and just shoot the fair one. Fuck all that shit. How you gonna tell them to go shoot a fair one, which is gonna take the interest of the crowd that is there for the fireworks? They're gonna want to go see the fight now. Because you know how niggas is. Always the Queen said he should have stayed home knowing them people aren't fond of him. FTC Vice said they wanted to record that shit. You see what's going on? Keith said the magic fucking words. He thought that he was probably going to get jumped anyway. Nigga ain't had no fucking regular gun. That nigga had an AR rifle. A baby one, too. They didn't even know he had it. Because if you see a nigga with an AR rifle, you ain't going to be talking about, yo, let's fight. But who's the real blame to all of this? I say the baby mother. Let me know if I need 10 seconds, y'all. My man Ghost Town Bully say, yo, Dice, if I throw a rock at you, you better throw a rock back. We old school. Don't whip out on me. It's fist up. Let's rock out. Facts. I'm just being a hypothetical. It was a hypothetical statement. Word up. The person who invited him. Guess who the person who invited him was? The baby mother. The same person that told her family members, certain things when she was upset, like always a queen when she wasn't fond of him, when she was upset with him. Pay attention. They got a brand new baby. Who knows? He could have been cheating. Who knows? She could have been cheating. Who knows? They could have just been going through the motherfucking trials and tribulations of being new parents. He's 27 years old. Tawana said the baby mother. Keith said the baby mother. The baby mama. She knew it was up. I'm not going to say she lined it up. We all got our right for our opinions, but what I'm saying is she knew. Yo, don't you know sometimes, ladies, be truthful. Y'all be a little arrogant when you know y'all got them goons around. Sometimes when y'all a little scorned and upset because of certain things you went through with your man or your baby father or your husband, when you get around your family members, you show a certain cockiness to your attitude that's really, really strange to the whole situation. First of all, whatever happened to her saying, yo, that's my child's father, y'all chill. Because she done told them too much. You can't tell nobody to chill after you telling your people that care about you, yo, he keep beating on me. See, because usually a fight turns into beating on me. See, you notice if a mother asks her son, yo, what happened with you at XYZ? Well, we got into a fight. Do you notice if a father asks her daughter, yo, you know, he hit me? Is it just me? Is it just me? Yo, what happened? Yo, we got into a fight. This is what men say. We got into a fight. They don't, unless you say, yo, who started it? Nah, that's not the question was. What happened? We got into a fight. We was arguing. Fuck it. I said some dumb shit. She said some dumb shit. I slapped her. Oh, she slapped me. We got to fighting. But when it comes to a woman talking to her mother or talking to her brothers or talking to her father, the first thing she gonna say is, well, he hit me. Like, what happened? Yo, we was arguing. I told him this and I told him that because I didn't like this. And then he just hit me. See, the way that you're talking to your brother, the way that you're talking to your mother, the way that you're talking to your father is not the tone and mannerism that you were talking to your man. See how you so calm and say, well, we was having an argument about this chick, or we was having an argument about these bills, or we was having an argument about the way he talked to me. He hit me. Where you can hear it crystal clear, as opposed to when you talking to him, nigga, what to do? Fuck that. I told you I needed this money. Why you always fucking with this bitch? You stupid ass nigga. See, we don't really replay the aggression that we carry when we're arguing, because by the time we're relaying the information to someone else, we've calmed down. Still might be upset, but we have calmed down. So we won't even have that aggression. So let's say she telling him, yo, check this out. You know my cousins and them don't like you. But if you want to, you can come see your daughter. You know my cousins don't like you. Well, when we was arguing, well, I told them that we got into a fight. That's not usually what comes out of women's mouths. They don't say we got into a fight. They say he was beating on me or he hit me. Am I lying, ladies? But when you're talking to your man or your baby father, I told them we got into a fight. I told them we were fighting. See, that's what we tell our friends and family members. Yo, I got into a fight. We was fighting. Man, we was fighting, man. You know, that shit got crazy. Man, the bitch tried to kill me. When you're talking back to your man because y'all trying to get back on respect, at least cordialness for each other, you say, well, I did tell him how we used to fight. Because number one, you know what gets me upset, ladies, too? If a nigga really beating on you, why you going to be with him 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 years? That's why sometimes I hear the situations about fear, but let me explain something, ladies. I've been really paying attention and thinking about this. There are too many administrations pertaining to advocacy for domestic violence and safety of women and children for people to have to still be sitting up going through certain things. If that nigga go to work, you can go to a precinct. If you go into the store, you can go to the precinct. If you coming in the building and it's a bunch of men in front of you, you can start saying, yo, check this out. I'm in fear for my life. This nigga is beating me. Please protect me till the police get here because I don't know what he's going to do to me tonight. So all that shit niggas is talking about, I don't go for it no more. I used to. No disrespect intended to the women, and I ain't giving props to no bitch ass niggas. But ladies, let me explain something to you. Y'all got to stop making the stupidest excuses talking about you were scared. It's no. See, back in the days, y'all, that's credible. They didn't have the agencies and stuff like that. Because remember, like I said, it was damn near legal to beat on a woman. They didn't have the value or the respect in the eyes of the government like that. The situation with O.J. Simpson, a black colored man allegedly killed a white woman and her lover. Oh, this is domestic violence now. This is different now. We got people now that's coming up, giving up money, charities and stuff like that for women that have been abused and going through domestic violence. The first domestic violence case we saw on TV was the burning bed with Farrah Fawcett. Y'all ain't no youngins in here. The first motherfucking movie we saw pertaining to domestic violence was the burning bed with Farrah Fawcett. She was scared to death. She set that nigga on motherfucking fire. She set that nigga on motherfucking fire and watched him burn. They didn't have no type of no agencies and stuff like that. A woman was getting beat. A woman was just getting beat. They didn't have shelters and homes like they do now. They did not have the resources. Ladies, there are people now that got money. They got motherfuckers that ain't even gonna tell you they gave you the money that's giving the money to make sure that you'll be safe. With or without children. With or without children. That's why I say sometimes a lot of people have grew up being disciplined. My mother and father, my grandmother and grandfather, when I went through certain shit, they told me the reason why they disciplined me is because they loved me. This is what fucks up the relationship sometimes with certain men and women relationships. Facts. My man Miles said, I don't trust you. Miles, I don't trust your mother. I don't trust your mother, Miles. I don't know your mother. But the reason why I don't trust your mother, Miles, because instead of coming in the chat saying, yo, shout out to the chat. Shout out to everybody in the chat. You said, I don't trust you. So I don't trust your mother because she wasn't accountable of who she had sex with and they created you. Ain't that some shit? Because, you know, they got the ones that come in sometimes. They still got the crazy motherfuckers that will subscribe to come in and say some dumb shit. They be like, damn, they're going to block me. She said, and the main messy Zaza statement, a woman tell her dude, I get my people to do you something. That's bad. When they say they're going to get their peoples to do something to you, and you got somebody that's quote unquote dangerous too. A lot of times when women used to say, well, I'm going to tell this person to do this to you, you know, they didn't even just have cell phones where they can just call somebody and say, yo, XYZ. They would have to wait until they saw this person. They would have to wait till they got in touch with this person. Sometimes if that wasn't a family member of like an intermediate family, like a brother or something like that, you know, it might be a week or two before you see that person to tell him what you want him to do to a person that you had an argument with. But you already told the person that you had an argument with that you was going to tell this particular individual to do something to you. So that whole week that went by, the person that you told it to got the ups. So what if you just walk up on a dude one day and the dude be like, yo, what up, son? Because in the mind of the person that he's walking up on, he's thinking you already been informed that's his problem and he killed you. See what I mean? Always the Queen said, peoples and their evil thoughts. Now, they're going to give that man, 27 years old, they're going to give that kid, they're going to offer him life or the death penalty. Life or the death penalty. Easily. Ain't nothing to talk about. Life or the death penalty. 3 people got killed. 47-year-old man, you see how they put it up like he's a father He came there to change his life. You notice how they always put their descriptions in for the world, what they want the world to remember of him. But they won't say that, yo, he might have been the one that was like, yo, why this bitch ass nigga here anyway? He moved here to change his life. Pay attention to that. Did he move here to change his life because he was doing some wild shit where he was living before? And he moved here to change his life because now he's a father. He's trying to like get his life straight. Or did he just leave from another place and go there because he thought it was more opportunity there? See, they don't talk about all that. That's how motherfuckers get hung in court, because the description that they give from that first newspaper article is going to be everlasting. Number one, what if he started something with the young boy? The young boy was wrong. He brought his gun there, 27 years old. They did not say that the gun was not his. Pay attention. He's 27 years old. You can bear arms down there. They did not say the gun was not, like in North Carolina now. You don't need a gun license to buy a gun now. All you need to be is 21 years old and a resident. All you need to be is 21 years old and a resident, and you can go in a gun store right now and buy a gun. It takes 15 minutes the least to 2 hours the longest for an FBI background check because they call over the phone. You don't need no gun license no more. Before, you would have to go to the sheriff's department, fill out an application. In this application, you'd have to specify why you want a firearm. Some people say for hunting. Some people say protection. Some people say to ensure the motherfucking safety of themselves and their families in and out of their home. Some people say they're collectors. But you had to go through a questionnaire on why you should even be given a gun. Then there was more things you had to do. Once you filled out the application, you had to go to somebody that notarizes and would notarize the paper. See, when you go to a notary republic stands for a person with some credentials. Their word is supposed to be bond. So when you got a notary republic appraised stamp, then you had to do one more thing. You had to go to a police officer or a corrections officer or a probation officer that are allowed to carry guns, and then you would have to get one signature. So that means you got to find a cop, somebody to work in a jailhouse, a sheriff, a state trooper, a detective, a parole officer. You got to find one of these people that will give their signature, their John Hancock. These are the 3 steps you had to go through before to get a firearm. Number one, when you walk up into a place with the signature of a police officer, that's credibility right there. Now you don't need none of that shit. They ready to start the purge. You don't need none of that shit no more. All you need is a motherfucking residential identification card. But you can't use the firearm in the commission of a crime. Pay attention, dog. It's a crime because of the extremities of the extent it went to. But is it a crime for him to defend himself? Dog, let me tell you something. We walk with our guns. You mean to tell me you get into a little ruffle, feathers get ruffled while I'm on them this all. So you fight. And next thing you know, his man running up or his cousin running up. I'm pulling my gun. See, you shouldn't have did that. You can take it how they want to take it, y'all. I'm 6'5", 300 pounds. You shouldn't have did that. If I'm giving you a fair one, give me a fair one. If your man walk up, I'm pulling my gun and I'm clapping both of y'all because I'm going to think y'all orchestrated this. I'm going to think y'all orchestrated this. Y'all unplanned this like that young boy said. Y'all niggas trying to hurt me? He said they really want to purge to start. They don't give a fuck about that shit now. 21 years old. First of all, you're not grown at 21. I don't care what type of experience you've been through. You're still not grown at 21. I think it should be 21 to party, 25 to drink. I've always said that. They always said 18 to party, 21 to drink. I think it should be 21 to party, 25 to drink. I think that's a law that should be instilled right now. Fuck all that 18 to party, 21 to drink. 21 is wild. 21 don't believe in stop signs. 21 don't believe in the speeding limit. You 21 years old, you don't know what it is to do 55 miles an hour. You got to do 80, a light 90. It's no such thing as doing 45 and a 30. You ain't doing no dumb, you're doing 60. You don't give a fuck about the rules and regulations and the authority of the fucking police on no road, especially when you're a child getting your license. That's why I say 21 to drink, 21 to party, 25 to drink, even though, you know what I'm saying, 25 is still a baby too in my eyes, because if you're not prepared for everything, but you know, at least 25 is a maturity. It's 2 and 5 is 7. It's a God's number. 25 on both, male and women. At least there should be some type of maturity there where you can make better decisions at 25 when it comes to alcohol. Now look at that man. They're going to try to give him, like I said, at least life. And depending on who prosecutes this trial, when it comes to them children, they might want the death penalty. Think about this, though. The only thing they said is 27-year-old man shot and killed. But you notice he didn't have a record with him. You notice how when they talk about certain people that did shootings, that shot people, it always be he's wanted for this, or he wanted for that, or he did this, or he was locked up for this, and he has a record for. He didn't have no record. If you look into his eyes, he looked like he was just scared. He looked like he was scared. He knew he was outnumbered. He knew her people already had their interest in beating his ass anyway because of things that she complained about to them. That's why he took that baby rifle. That's why he took that rifle there. And they're going to try to make it where he don't come home for the rest of his life, or he get that gas or that liquid with that injection. Let me ask y'all something. Do y'all think he should get a date to come home? For what happened right now, let me hear in the audience. Put up how long you think he should go to jail for. Should he go to jail? Do y'all think he should go to jail? Should he go to jail for going to see his child prepared just in case of a situation that may have erupted just like it did? Pay attention. 11-month-old child, their feelings involved. The baby mother's up there crying. Her brother, he gone. He 42 years old. Is he wrong? Is he wrong? Is he wrong for wanting to see his baby? Is he wrong for wanting to protect himself? Niggas in the street, they know what it is. Everybody know what happened at the motherfucking, yo, if you in a town and you're in the South, when it comes to certain car washes, there's some type of dangerous activity going on at that car wash. I'm just going to leave it there. If you know anything about these Southern car washes, like you said, $1.50 to wash your car, usually 4 or 3 motherfucking bottles. Let me explain something to you. There's some dangerous shit going on at them shit. So they chose that area for the 4th of July fireworks, maybe because it was out of the wooded area, because you can get a ticket for that. They want you to, if you're going to shoot fireworks, they want you to go to an area where there's mostly a concrete perimeter. Concrete for things won't cut fire, because if you're doing that shit in your backyard and that shit go off and hit something and then come back down and still on fire and starts a forest fire, that's how people get charged with big fucking crimes down here in the South. But when it comes to them gas stations, when it comes to gas stations and car wash In the South, let me explain something to you. These ain't the places to be playing with. And I would tell you, if you're going to get some gas, whether you like that or not, get some gas during the day when it's a bunch of motherfuckers there. Get you some motherfucking gas during the day. Like I know sometimes people say, well, I'm going to wait till the night because I'm going to gas up for in the morning. Wind up going up there like 9:30, 10 o'clock at night. No, that's not the time to be going to the gas station. Go to the gas station about 11, 12. When the sun is up, everybody outside. Motherfuckers is eating, drinking, laughing, and joking. They not paying attention to nothing because it's too many eyes and too many witnesses. Now, when you going out there 10:30 at night, 11 o'clock, talking about you got the munchies and all that shit, why you couldn't get the munchies during the day? You could have went to Walmart during the day. Talking about you need some cigars, some swishes, or some backwoods. You could have bought some extra swishes, some scissors, or some backwoods earlier that day. This is facts. But I want y'all to think about that, man. Like real rap. Who's the blame for that situation? Who to blame for that shit? Baby mother say, you know my family don't like you, but pull up. Your daughter gonna be there. That already gonna hit his mind, his child. I'm going to see my baby. His child. He looked like he was like, I could be wrong, I don't know him, but from the picture they had of him, he didn't even want to be in jail. He was like, man, I just wanted to go see my daughter. Then it seemed like he had a little look in his face like, you know what? I shouldn't even have went to this shit because I know these niggas be trying to play with people, man. But is he wrong for being prepared? He said both of them. Should he be the only one charged with them bodies? And them little babies, man. 2 kids was killed. 2 kids. Now, first of all, when he came to the car wash, he didn't come and say, yo, I got a gun. He didn't come and say, I want to fight. They said that after a while, they had agreed that they were going to have a fist fight. That means it was a bunch of arguing. People was displaying aggression on both sides. And what if he was by himself? Because if he got shot in his back when he was clapping at them, by they said a unknown person, how the fuck, that don't even make no sense. He gets shot by somebody that they don't know, somebody that nobody knew who shot him. He just got shot in his back. But he was there by himself. Is he wrong for being prepared? Is he wrong for saying, yo, just in case one of these niggas play with me, I'm taking this thing with me? Keith said it's a setup. Tawana agreed with it. It's like they thought that nigga, I know they ain't know he had that baby AR on him. Because they would have, like China said, they'd have been acting accordingly. Or the little nigga got the AR. And a nigga with some sense that got a child would be like, hold up, this nigga might be a little cuckoo when it comes to his child. Let him just fuck with his baby. And then let his ass get on out of here. Nah, they ain't do that. They tried to play with that young boy like he was a sucker. Hank said maybe he was going to squash the tension, but the family wasn't trying to hear it. God damn it, right. They wasn't trying to hear that. Think about that shit, Hank. We don't want to hear that shit after our family member told us you beat her up. Whether it's a daughter, a sister, a mother, your woman. You crazy nigga. Don't want to hear that shit. Nigga be like, what? He did what? Watch what happened when I see that. You know that's the favorite. That's our line. When I see that nigga, you know I'm going to do something to him, right? Always the queen said that's why they tried to test him. That's why they tried to test him. And all I'm thinking about is they're going to try to get that man that injection. They're going to try to give him that liquid, man. They're going to try to give him that solid as a rock, man. They're going to try to hit him with that fried chicken, man. I'm talking about that sting, that wing. I'm talking about he gone, man. Or they're going to try to give him the rest of his life. I don't think that's fair. How long y'all think he should get? 10 years? 10 years, 15 years, 20 years. I say no less than 10 years. I wanted to say no less than 7 years, but I'm thinking about them babies. No less than 10 years. The only reason why I'm saying it like no less than 10 years, no more than 20 years, is because of how the whole thing went down. He said his baby mom should have eased him back into the fold instead of bringing him around a bunch of drunk, angry relatives. Probably tried to jump him and he backed out. That's a fact. That's a fact. Yo, Hank, say nigga say me and your size. Me and your size walking up on a nigga backing out. He gonna back that thing out. The nigga see me and you, Hank, aggressive. We at our family cookout. Our little cousin say this nigga's beating on her. And we going to check that nigga after we saucy and all that. I got that Hennessy in my body. I'm ready to do some karate. We're bad example. Like, you see what Trank said? I'm a bad example, man. That nigga see me and Hank walking up. That nigga see Hank walking up. That nigga backing that thing out. Chill, Hank. Mr. Warner said the BM should be feeling fucked up for the bees. She stirred up for the bullshit. She stirred up running her mouth to the family. Then probably playing both sides. But the fucked up part of it is it's not playing both sides if you're in love. That's why it's so fucked up. Now, if she just being on some bullshit, fuck that nigga trying to line him up. Yeah, fuck her. But it ain't playing both sides when you're in love. Because motherfuckers always over-exaggerate. Some of us do when we're angry. Especially when we can't talk to the person we're angry with. Ain't that some fucked up shit? When we can't talk to the person we're angry with, everybody else that talks to us will hear about the person that we're angry with. Open-minded said my cousin was getting beat by a boyfriend. We went to beat his ass. She called the police on us. See what he said? See what he said? I stopped fucking with her, and my cousin had a gun and got locked up. You see what I said? You see that? You see that? Him and his cousin went to check a nigga for violating their cousin. She called the police on them. That ain't the first time I seen that or heard that scenario. Shout out to Open Mind. That ain't the first time I heard or seen that scenario. Because they always say when you try to involve yourself with people that fighting, they gonna jump your ass. Number one, if that woman is in love with that man, she is not gonna let her family hurt him. She's gonna do everything in her power to stop it. That's why I say that young lady's upset, because she probably was like, no, chill, y'all, and it was too late. He said, open-minded, that's usually what happens. Open-minded said he gotta do like 15. I respect that. He gotta do at least 15. He said 15. He said 15. See me? I said no less than 10. OG Bobby said 15, crazy, freedom man. See me? I said no less than 10 because we got to think about the babies. See, we got to also think about this. Even though him as a child, shit, you don't know how we would act if we was adult. I know how I would act because I've been through certain things. I hope I never have to replay no shit like that. But to really, really be knowing that niggas is about to try to hurt you, he probably ain't even know how to handle that AR. You notice these young boys buying these guns, they going in the back of the house and they shooting and laughing and joking and closing their eyes and turning the gun sideways and rolling around on the ground like they on a motherfucking FBI special. But these niggas is not really thinking about combat. They're not thinking about the defense. They're just thinking about the offense. These dudes don't know about hitting in spurts or in bursts or counting your shells or making sure that you got. It's like certain things is games to certain people. Word up. That little nigga pulled that AR, that shit got the going. Bum, 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 bum. Unfortunately, her brother, the reason why he probably was the one, unfortunately, that lost his life, may he rest in peace, is because he was the closest one, because that's who he was probably supposedly initially giving the fair one to. Her brother. Think about that. Why would her brother want to fight her baby father? Why? because we're protective. That's why we see our sisters crying. We see our sisters in pain. Some of us do not have the logical thinking to say, yo, hold on. Let me think about this from the whole side of the story instead of just listening to her side of the story. Because there's three sides of the story. It's my side, it's your side, and then it's the truth. My side of the story, your side of the story, and then it's the truth. That's why sometimes if you're trying to get to the bottom of something, instead of trying to negotiate or have a diplomatic conversation between two people, it's not going to happen because two people are both convicted in their feelings and beliefs. But if you get a mediator, with some acknowledgement pertaining to this situation that y'all are going through that can interact and that can correspond with each of y'all without y'all corresponding with each other about what y'all think is right or wrong, then the resolution will come. Like a judge or something, they'd be like, nah, that's kind of wrong. You're asking for too. Nah, well, you know what? She has a point there. Like certain times you need a mediator, someone that has acknowledgement of the situation and experience and can adjust both of y'all when y'all need a little tune up instead of both of y'all trying to tune each other up. Because once y'all convictions are y'all convictions, it's never going to change because of facial expression. It's never going to change because of the tone of your voice. And it's never going to change if you're talking vulgarly. Once my mind is made up, my mind is made up. Once your mind is made up, your mind is made up. But when you go to somebody that has been through this and they could advocate to both of y'all, maybe you bugging, nah, you definitely bugging, both of y'all bugging, the situation resolves itself because now you got the humble, because it's not you talking to the person that you're upset with, because you're not going to humble to them. Because you got to stand on your law. They're not going to humble to you, but you have to humble to the person that y'all both came to for help. Chilling with Love, what's up, girl? Shout out to Chilling with Love. I seen her show. She was dropping some shit. People don't even know it. Chilling with Love, your ass is going to the feds. I'm telling you right now, I'll write you. You going to the goddamn feds. You know too much goddamn shit. I keep forgetting she from Watts. If y'all don't know where Watts was, Sanford & Son was formed in Watts, California. So she was talking some shit that a lot of people listening to her like she thinks she crazy. I get up this morning to walk Egypt. She live like 6 in the morning. Like 6 in the morning. And she dropping jewels 6 in the fucking morning. She talking about Ray J. She's talking about the momager situation when y'all didn't understand about when Ray J was fucking with Tierra Marie. That was supposed to be the world's best couple. But because of her mother, because of Ray J mother, things was interfered. How his wife right now was a stripper, was always bisexual, was always into women. But because them children came, that made Ray J's mother. Yo, Chillin' with Love knows some shit. She knows some shit. That's why Ray J's in that depressive state that he's in right now. This ain't the first time he cried out for help talking about he wanted to kill himself. He just did it 6 months ago on IG. About 8-10 months ago on IG, if I'm not mistaken. That's when they gave him that humiliation sacrifice. Pay attention to the humiliation sacrifice. All the stars you see go through it. Dennis Rodman did it first when he did his hair blonde. Then he threw y'all off because he went to green and red. But first he had to do the humiliation. Tiffany Haddish, what she had? A gold ball head. Humiliation. Ray J, gold ball head. Humiliation. Chris Brown, gold ball head. Humiliation. Pay attention to this shit, man. Pay attention to this shit. That's a humiliation sacrifice when it comes to the higher ups, allegedly. You have to dye your head gold and cut your motherfucking hair. That's a humiliation sacrifice. But that nigga Ray J ain't innocent like people think he is. I'm going to ask you something, Chillin' with Love. Did you know this? Did y'all know Ray J was the one that was selling the drugs to Whitney Houston, allegedly? Do y'all know the day that Whitney Houston passed away in that tub, allegedly? He was the one that bought that coke there. You know they got him out of there before the police came? Facts. Amber Rose, Cisco. Facts. Facts. See, Dennis Rodman, he went through the bullshit first when he started fucking with Madonna. Then he told about Madonna having bestiality, having sex with pythons and snakes. They blew his head off. Stop playing. Stop talking too much, big nose boy. Stop talking too much, big nose boy. He threw y'all off and then put the red and the green. This is real. Wesley Snipes. This is facts. They are humiliation sacrifices that you have to go through in Hollywood. Like if you see a man that dresses like a woman. See, let me tell y'all some real deep shit. A lot of y'all gonna get mad with what I say, but you know I don't really be giving a fuck about that shit because I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. Medea is a transsexual that fucked the world up. Tyler Perry fucked you up with the first transsexual plays that destroyed us, that fucked us up. We forgot that was a fucking man. Y'all ain't want to hear that, did you? Tyler Perry can't play a man role, but you notice he could play that woman hell of a good. Baby Grizz in the building. He said, remember Whitney passed the note to Brandy on TV? Facts. You notice Brandy never talked about that note? Because Clyde Davis told her, I'll take that. Today's gem, the devil has many faces, but the righteous has only one. Facts. Flip Wilson was the first one to do it with Geraldine. Matter of fact, the first time he saw cross-dressing was with Woody Woodpecker, goddammit. Bugs Bunny. Yo, Ike, I see you in the building. Y'all don't remember when Bugs Bunny used to cross-dress and Woody Woodpecker used to cross-dress? They've been fucking us up, man. Why do you think they fucked our kids up? You notice, now let me tell you the deep shit they fucking with us about. Let's talk about them aliens right quick. I did a show back in the days, Do Aliens Really Exist? When people wasn't paying attention to me and they laughed at me. Remember that, y'all? They laughed at me. Now NASA's talking about they've been dealing with aliens for years. Now the Pentagon is telling you they got 7 motherfucking alien spaceships and they didn't want to shock the motherfucking world. You notice how they stopped talking about that? Because it's going on. They told us back in the days to interact with aliens. Remember the Flintstones? Remember Gazoo, the little green ass alien? Y'all forgot about that shit because it happened so fast. Remember Flintstones? I did the show. Gazoo, the little green alien. Man, they've been telling you about this witchcraft and shit forever. Look at the show Bewitched. The bitch wiggle her nose. I Dream of Jeannie. Y'all ain't been paying attention to what's been going on. You see what Hank said, the Jetsons. And the deepest part about the Jetsons, I said this on the fucking show if y'all go to If Aliens Really Exist, because he said this. The deepest part, can anybody tell me the occupation of a black man on the Jetsons? What is the occupation of a black man on the Jetsons? We are all aliens. We just disconnected. If you look at your child's sonogram, it looks like a gray. But the black man on the Jetsons, check this out. Do you know what he is? A mechanic. Okay, Mr. Fountain Agency, we're going to give you the first. We're going to put you on timeout. Let me give you 10 minutes. I'm going to give you 10 minutes. I'm going to give you 10 minutes because you said, are there any blacks on there? So I don't know if you was bugging. I don't know if you're a troll. If you're not a troll, forgive me. Forgive me. If you're not a troll, forgive me. Matter of fact, she might not have been a troll. You know what I'm saying? She might not have been a troll. She might not have been a troll. You know why? Because she said, was there any blacks on there? See, I be seeing crazy names like Ziegler Fountains Agency and all that shit, and that shit be bugging me out, you dig? We real paranoid when it comes to goddamn trolling over here. I am. I hate trolls like bad days on a toilet bowl. You dig? Don't let that go over your head. I hate trolls like bad days on a toilet bowl.
You can't play both sides, you niggas gotta choose. Niggas out here being...
Yo, this nigga open-minded is crazy. He said aliens do exist. They call them Mexicans when they came to the United States illegally. Yo. Yo. But there was a black, OG Bobby Johnson. He was a mechanic, and I'm going to describe him to y'all. He used to always have the hat on, flapped up in the front, with the afro coming out the side. He was a mechanic. He was a mechanic. And what they say about a black man, everywhere you go across the world, you'll find a black man that can fix a car. Let me tell you something. A mechanic, I got about 90,000 of them shits in my family. So shout out to Miss Bigo. Are there any blacks on there? They might not have been being a troll. We be paranoid. Please forgive me. Please forgive me. Word up. Let me see something. Let me take some. Yeah, cool. Got them. They here. They good. Yeah, she good. They out of everything that we could have been. They called us mechanics, but I think that's a good motherfucking. That's not an insult because they saying we're gonna be the ones that's fucking with the technology. They got spaceships now and the Jetsons. Remember? They got spaceships out there, man. Remember they got the spaceships now. Them niggas is in they flying. You know, when it comes on, they get to drop motherfuckers off. Elroy go to school. Little oxygen cubicles over their motherfucking head. But the nigga Grizz said Star Trek, they had cell phones. That's a fact. I just remembered that too. That's a cold-blooded fact. Everything they showed us on TV, they tried to sneak it in. They tried to sneak that shit in. Like, if they give it to us in an amusement form, we're going to laugh and not catch the motherfucking message. If they give it to us straight up, that's going to be called whistleblowing. But look what's going on now, man. There's too many people that have these cell phones now that have instant recording. Yo, I just spoke you up, man. What up? That's my man, Big Dav, y'all. I was telling y'all about from Legal Guap. This his hat. This is product in the building. You dig what I'm saying? My man is here from Oakland. Shout out to the bro. China said facts. Seriously. They giving us shit like they done showed it to you so much that you're so accustomed to it, it's going to happen right in front of your face. My pops used to tell me shit. I thought it was because of crack cocaine and Wild Irish Rose. I'm not going to lie to you. The shit he used to talk about, I used to be like, because this nigga is smoking crack. It's nowhere in hell somebody that's not smoking crack will say some of the stuff that he used to say to me. And everything this motherfucker was talking about, y'all, is coming to light. I remember one day he was so motherfucking high, he was talking about the barcode. He was talking about the barcode. He said, boy, you know they're going to start putting barcodes on you. They're going to start scanning you by your eyes and all that shit, man. Them niggas is trying to turn you into robots. This nigga drunk and high as a motherfucker, and I'm laughing at him. I'm laughing at the nigga like he a clown. Number one, because like I said, he was my superhero, and this nigga playing himself because he's smoking crack. But the nigga was giving me straight raw jewels. It's people now that have the microchip embedded in them now, where their whole bank account, their whole health history, everything about them is in a swipe of a sleeve. Y'all ain't even know they've been experimenting that shit now for 2 years in a swipe of a sleeve. This motherfucker's running around. You might see them wipe their motherfucking hand at the car wash. You don't even know. I mean, excuse me, at the gas station. You don't even know they just paid for what they asked for. That shit is real, man. That shit is real, man. You niggas is worried about the wrong shit. Worried about the wrong shit. And ladies, I try to tell you, that's why I did this show, because so many things that I've saw in the hood. I could do a show on just situations where I know niggas that got unfortunately killed and niggas got the brakes beat off them playing with certain chicks in my hood. I could do a show on niggas that got fixed up playing with certain chicks. These is facts. Like when we was coming up, if you beat my homegirl up and we threw a block party, if you came to the block party because you and my homegirl made up, we still gonna beat you up. We'll just argue with my homegirl for the rest of the week. That's still our homegirl. If we throw a house party, my homegirl said you beat her up at a spades game, and you come to a house party because y'all done got back together, we still gonna beat you up. We still gonna beat you up. We gonna have to argue with her. She gonna get mad at us. She gonna swing on a couple of us. You stupid motherfuckers, I ain't tell y'all to do nothing to them. I told y'all we was back together. We don't give a fuck about that shit. We still come from the era where we had to teach a nigga. Like, you don't play with our peoples, boy. And whether it went to war or not, yo, real recognize real. A lot of times when niggas got jumped and whipped out because of certain shit they did, niggas took the ass whipping back in the days. What y'all call it now is taking the G check or the DP, whatever y'all want to call it. Niggas took the ass whipping because they knew they was wrong. Niggas took accountability like, yo, damn, I ain't gonna go back over there and try to hit these niggas. Or nah, son, you can walk up on the block, niggas look at you. Yo, son, what the fuck happened to you, man? Them niggas beat the shit out of me. Because the real niggas back in the day said, you stupid ass shouldn't have went back over there. We told you not to go the fuck over there. Because the same way that she was sitting up talking to her family about the things that she didn't like about me when we was going through our argument, the same way I was sitting on the block talking to my mans, fuck that bitch. She was probably sucking dick. I don't give a fuck with that bitch. I ain't fucking with no more. Y'all niggas is right, man. I shouldn't have been fucking with that bitch. Your mans is telling you the same goofy shit too, because they got that dumbass mentality that it ain't nothing but the block. As opposed to when you're an adult and you go through something with your woman and you might get around somebody that has a woman or in a relationship and tell you the best information that you ever had. Like, yo, give us some time. What did you do wrong? And be real with me. See, we ain't do that when we was younger. Like facts. You see what Keith said? Like niggas got jumped back in the days. Niggas was like, yo, cause yeah, I shouldn't have did that. Fuck it. And niggas would stop their mans out of the respect because niggas knew when it came to people relationships, nah, we gonna leave this shit alone. Cause number one, that's my girl and I'm her man. I don't want to touch nobody on her side. I don't want her family crying. And I don't want her peoples to touch nobody on my side. Because that's going to bring a bigger wedge between me and her. See, back in the days, it was different. This new way of living, that's why I stay away from it, y'all. Because people be talking about love. And people be talking about the people that love you and the people that care about you. I don't give a fuck how much you say it. You got to show that shit. See, people be talking about there's not people that love you no more. That's a lie. See, because when you get around a motherfucker that love you, they act just like you. They act just like you. They're concerned about you, they're worried about you, and they know you to the point where they're not going to try to push a button to make you more upset than you already are. That's when a motherfucker really love you, man. Fuck all that I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you. Fuck all that bullshit. That shit don't mean nothing, man. Anybody can say that shit. You got to show that shit. Anybody can say I love you. Anybody can say that shit. That's the movie I was in. Woody Allen. That's the name of the fucking movie. Anybody Says I Love You. That's one of the deepest movies. Pull it up on YouTube. It's called Anybody Says I Love You. Anybody can say they love you, but it's only a few that can really show you that shit. That's why when it comes to your homegirls, like them young gangsters you know that's on the block now, that's coming up with your young daughters and your nieces, you got to school these young niggas on how to move. And then you got to school your daughters, fellas. See, y'all got to have better relationships with your daughters. It's very important to raise your son, but you got to have a very, very tight relationship with your daughter because what you teach your daughter is what she going to do in the street. That has nothing to do with her sexual motherfucking pleasures. What I mean is her morale. Certain women will stand up and argue with a nigga. Fuck that, I'll punch you in your fucking face. That's the most dumbest shit I've ever seen in my life. Some women will be like, you won't even hear them breathe. They immediately stop talking and get away from the situation. Which one is right? Is the woman that's loud and boisterous and vulgar, is she right for defending her honor? Is the woman that got humble and closed her mouth and walked the other way to avoid confrontation, is she right? Because she understood her worth? She understood her worth and understood that some men do not have self-control. I've been working on this shit for years. So women, from now on, when you're going through something with somebody, anybody, somebody at your job, y'all come home talking about nigga at the job that said something to you. And you know your motherfucking brothers and them is goddamn goons. They be done whipped the nigga out. But stop talking so much about certain shit. Respectfully, if it gets to the fact, ladies, where you feel as though that you are afraid or uncomfortable of a situation, call the police. That's what the police is for. See, this is what adults do. Because number one, you shouldn't be in the street motherfucking hustling as a woman. Shit, we shouldn't be in the street hustling as men, but that's what we do. And what I mean by hustling is, because anybody can keep a hustle. I'm talking about if you're a woman, you shouldn't be in the street selling fucking drugs. You shouldn't be in the street busting your motherfucking gun. You shouldn't be in there acting like you Monet off a motherfucking Tariq. You should be sitting your silly ass down trying to get a job and raising your motherfucking self and your family as a goddamn beautiful woman instead of being a fucking half man. Women don't supposed to be doing that dumb shit. Women never was supposed to be doing that shit. Women used to count money. Women used to count money, spend money, take care of the kids. And take care of the bills. Because a lot of niggas back in the days, they knew how to motherfucking hustle, but they didn't know how to comprehend. They didn't know how to read. They didn't know how to write. They didn't know how to do certain shit like that. The women were the support back in the days. The women was the accountants for their men back in the days. Before niggas was getting accountants and all that shit. See, this when niggas was closer. See, now niggas make 100,000. They tell their motherfucking girl they made 60,000. This is a dangerous day we living in. First of all, what if you go to jail? Who you gonna tell to go get the other 40 you trying to keep away from her? Dummy. Whoever you send to get that 40 ain't gonna give it to her. Then if she does get the 40,000 from the person you send to give it to her, she gonna look at you funny like, why'd you keep 40,000 away from me? You gotta pay attention to how you moving. And like he said, you gotta show improving. Top of the top. Don't forget where y'all learn this work at. This is now another episode of Big Dice 101. Never forget I am Sharon McLeod's son. Salute.
Another day alive, another day free. Why would I wake up trying to be somebody other than me? It's knowledge, wisdom, understanding. Man, woman, and children. Sun, moon, and stars. Everything exists, has to coexist within. Like I said, another day alive, another day free. Why would I wake up trying to be somebody other than me?